Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. It is now 2 o'clock here in the Eastern Time Zone, and welcome aboard. We're glad to have you here. By the way, you like my little clock over here? Not this right here. I put this together, with 2 o'clock, get it? At Eastern Time, there it is. So little things like that get me excited, okay? But today, I am so excited to share with you some real practical information on how you can use social media tools like Instagram for research, to find out what's going on, what kind of advertising you should be doing. For those of you that are dentisting humans, you can find out, hey, where can we best reach people more effectively? Plus, we're going to share with you a great tool that lets you take your message and send it out to lots of different places all at the same time. Real nice. Matter of fact, the way you're going to be able to do that is because we're having a special interview coming up I'm going to tell you about. But first, this is live. We are actually live today. We haven't been for a little while, but today we're actually live and recording, because as I'm putting this together right now, I am live. It is live on this Tuesday, and Tuesday the 22nd of February, 2022. It's 2/22/22. Get it? Special day for us here on Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. Okay, I get excited about these things, but I want you to be able to leave some comments if you'd like. We're using Restream right now, a great little tool for getting message out all over, and I'm using Ecamm. Kind of tie the two of them together, take the best of both, put them together, and you get to win. So, but you'll need to want to put in a chat. Otherwise, it comes through and from Facebook, just says Facebook user. Go, well, who is that? One of the 1.5 billion or 2 billion people use it, whatever it might be. But if you go over to https chat.restream.io/FB, as in Facebook, you can tell Facebook, yeah, it's okay to use my name if you want to. And if you don't want to, that's your choice too. Whatever. We're just really glad to have you here, and welcome aboard, because we're going to be covering some really good topics today. I did an interview with a person here in our staff who's helped on that. And the thing I love about working at Dental Nachos, it's an environment where people are really bent on helping and serving the dental community, helping you as a dentisting human, which is the phrase we get from Paul Goodman, DMD. We affectionately call him Dr. Nachos. And he talks about what we can do to help people in the meetings that we have, just the private in-house meetings that we get to. He's talking about what we can do to help, how we can offer better courses, how we can offer more services they're looking for. We've got a lot of resources and suppliers that we've worked with that we hunted and found that are really, really good, and we want to match them up with you as well. So that's another thing that we do here. But today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about these social things, and particularly going to be doing it from someone who really knows what she's talking about. We're going to be talking to Morgan Rake. She is our social media coordinator here. I got to tell you, I see a lot of people that work with social media. I've worked with it a long time myself, written a book on it. Yeah, matter of fact, Gina Carr, my partner, and I wrote a book several years ago about Clout Matters, and Clout was a service that evaluated people. We did a lot with that, and it became a bestseller in our category. They're on Amazon, and McGraw-Hill actually came to us asking us to write the book. So that was kind of nice, and a wonderful people there at McGraw-Hill. But what Morgan is saying, you are going to really like. I want you to listen very carefully to what she has to say as she talks about what they're doing, and particularly, here's a couple other things. You might want to jot this down, but pay attention, have your ears perk up when you hear this. She's going to talk about Instagram. And what she's done there, Sendable. It's a tool that I've been using. I recommended it now to the Dental Nachos team, and they're using it and love it. I love it myself. It's a way for you to write a post and then to repeat it over and over so that you get more and more people paying attention to it. Hey, it's something you want to pay attention to. And I mentioned also Handbrake. That's another one you want to sit down and look at. If you create a video, for instance, and it's over 250 megabytes, which is not that strange, then you cannot upload it naturally on LinkedIn to get the most juice for it. Handbrake gives you the ability to really quickly make it, you like my sound there, it just makes it a little bit shorter and makes it a lot smaller. So really good little tool to have. So those are some things we're going to mention. I just want to call your attention to that and be aware as we do this. Now, we did this interview yesterday, recorded it so that Morgan can do other things. She's got some other commitments that she has, and she's going to do it. So Morgan, if you're watching this, hi, hope you're doing well. You did a great job on it. And now I'm going to let all the kids in Dental Nachos land and out there on several other platforms that are getting this, not just here on Facebook, but over on Twitter and on YouTube, we're getting it, and on LinkedIn. And we're just really getting the message out to a lot of people about what is happening here. So right now, I want you to get ready. Get your pencil and paper, or pen and paper ready to go, or your note-taking device of choice ready to go, and enjoy this interview I have with Morgan Rake, social media genius. At Dental Nachos, we're doing a lot with social media, and you get a chance to see that. And there's so many good things going on. What I want to do here, when we're talking tech tips with Terry Tuesday at 2, we want to tap into some of the geniuses that are here working with us, putting this together and operating social media particularly. So that's why today, a very special guest is joining me. Morgan is here, Morgan Rake, and she is in charge of our social media as social media coordinator. Morgan, great to have you with us today.
Thanks, Terry. Good to be here.
Well, I got to tell you, I am very impressed with what you're doing with social media, with all the different ways you're sending the message out in Facebook groups, also sending out to LinkedIn, and then using some other tools. And you're doing a lot with it. And I thought it was real interesting when you and I were talking before we started doing the recording. You're using the same tool that I am. I've been recommending that to Paul Goodman, Mary Goodman, the folks that are in charge of this here. It's a program called Sendable. And Sendable is a great little tool for programming your social media messages to send them out. Kind of tell us a little bit from a big picture point of view, what is Sendable and how are we using it here at Dental Nachos?
Yes. So Sendable is just it's a great platform site. I use it on my Google browser. And I schedule posts. So the team, like Mary and Brielle, they make Canvas for events or for resources. They send them to me, and I go on Sendable and I schedule a time to post it, and I write something along the lines of, join us for this event tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll schedule a time to post it, and usually I'll try to schedule it at a time that has the most interaction at that time. So you can also use optimal time on Sendable, where they'll pick a time for you that seems like you'll get the most attraction based on that day that you're posting. So that's what I have been trying to do recently. I'm trying that out to
like
see
it.
if we're getting, yes. So it's great. I mean, you can post whatever you want. You just have to make sure that the videos are like fit the size, but yeah, and the groups, I just post pictures, and you can basically just write whatever you want and get it out there, and so you don't have to do it the next day.
That's particularly nice. I'm using Sendable myself, and just this morning was programming some information there, and I love the fact that we can put out video. So you can say, okay, I want this video to appear at this time on this Facebook group. That works out beautifully. You can program it and plan ahead that way. One little caveat on that is if you're sending it on LinkedIn, I've noticed that Sendable has a limit, I think it's a LinkedIn issue more than anything, of 250 megabytes. So I often produce videos that can go a lot larger than that, but then that's where I use a tool called Handbrake. And Handbrake is an open source program that takes your video that's this big, scrunches it down, there's a good technical term, scrunches it down to be this big, and it puts it in there very well, very easily on that. So you're seeing a Sendable really has some good features. What else do you like about Sendable, and what would a dentisting human benefit from by using a program like that?
I really like how you can, um, I mean, just post, you can just, I mean, we try to target certain audiences. So for Instagram, so forth, I mean, it's mostly dentists and dental students that we follow. So we're trying to, like, right now, we're trying to promote Nacho Flicks, and it's a lot of CE content, great content to look back to. So for Sendable, I'll try to post certain times a day and certain days that to gain their attention at certain times. So we try to think of what time they'll mostly be on Sendable, like their lunch break or what the school schedule is like, and um, try to gain their attention and see what they'll be interested in. And then same with LinkedIn. I'll post certain things on that platform through Sendable, but mostly just sharing about what's going on. I'm not trying to sell anything, but or promote, but just to share what's going on in the nacho world. And then with Instagram, just same thing. Dr. Goodman loves to post on Instagram and likes to take videos. So I'll take some of his content and I'll use that. And I think other people will benefit from this too, to just be able to not worry about when and where to post, but you can just do it all at once and get just have everything out there when you want and when it's the
I like
best.
I'm going to pause right there for a moment and let you see what she's done. This is brilliant. She's able to use Sendable to send out the information that you want people to have at the right time. And I love the fact that Sendable also can say, hey, we got an idea. Most of your people historically have been aware of watching your material at these times, on this day, at this time. That's something that gives you a real advantage. And you got Sendable using their AI, the artificial intelligence, with lots and lots of just literally thousands of little robots running around saying, oh, this is when people are doing that. And also what kind of content that people like. Sendable does that as well. So I'd recommend take a look at Sendable. Just get over there. I think they have a free trial or something you can use, and they have different levels of support in what it is. So that's something to be aware of. So I'm live here while I'm also on recording, but just wanted to bounce in real quickly and put an exclamation mark behind what Morgan just said. That.
For everyone else.
Yeah, let me interrupt you for a moment there because what you just said is brilliant. That you can then have things scheduled to go out when you want. You don't have to say, gee, I'm going to have to post this one at 7 tomorrow, so I'm going to have to be there at 7 and type it in. You can just say, hey, no problem. It goes out then and it's already set. Now, we know that with Sendable, you can also schedule things on Instagram. You can do a little bit of that, but I know you like to do a lot of research on Instagram. And those of you that are dentisting humans, listen to what she's saying. This is brilliant strategy that a lot of people can use. Tell us how you're going to Instagram for research, as well as going over there and posting directly within Instagram, as well as using Sendable.
Yeah, so for Instagram, I do a lot of it manually. I'll go on it myself and I will search different dentisting accounts like Dental School Probs or Dr. Jordan Brown, people that have very high following on Instagram that who also have a lot of or get a lot of attention. And I'll go through their following or their pictures that they post and go through their likes or their comments and try to find people on there that I think would also benefit from dental nachos. And then I'll go through their Instagram and I will like and comment or direct message them and just say, hi, thank you, or I would love to connect with you. I'm Morgan from Dental Nachos. Let me know if you have any questions or just try to say something more. I always try to be personal, more personal so that it doesn't sound like it's just spammy.
And you hear what she says there, that really important to find out who is important and who is somebody that you admire and you want to follow, and then go over there and not be spammy, but give really good, meaningful comments. This is something you definitely want to do. It's something that, by the way, Paul Goodman has told us about and really helped me here. I've used social media, just kind of a general punch in the rib, not a punch, but a little poke in the ribs that we need to start doing that. And yeah, and it really works. So this is something you'll want to do as well. I'm just going to accentuate what she says. Really, really important. This is what you hear from top flight, some of the best in social media in the world. And you're getting a chance to hear it here from Morgan right here on Dental Nachos.
And then if they do follow us, or if they follow us without me even reaching out, I definitely will reach out every morning. I go on Instagram, I look through the new followers, and I'll direct message them and thank you for following. How can I help you? Where are you in your dentisting journey?
Yes,
and
very
and
important.
hashtags and hashtags. You
Oh,
can search hashtags too on Instagram. That's what I post hashtags on link or on Twitter as well. But yeah,
yeah,
for
very
Instagram, I'll
important.
hashtags, and that's how you find people as well. And then through other dentisting pictures, they'll tag people, and I'll go through their tag photos with other dental students, and I'll follow them. And so, I mean, Instagram is amazing. It's just you can reach a huge audience that way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With all the people there. And those of you that are watching this, think about what she's just said. You have just heard capsulated real succinctly what you need to do to be successful with social media. These are the things we hear from the best experts out there. And Morgan, you're doing what they're saying to do. You're looking out there, you're seeing what people are doing, who's got a good following, who can you target and do that. And those of you that are using social media for other purposes, maybe to build your dental practice or to do something else, these are really important. Find those people, who is following them, who are they following, who are they paying attention to, and then being personal. We're going to love the way you do that. It's not like, hello, we are here from the place and we will tell you what to do. No, no, it's human. It's like, hey, we're just human
Right.
beings here, just between us kids here. We're talking about what to do. And then you follow up. See, too many
Mm-hmm.
people just blast a bunch of stuff out there. I don't like that word at all, but they blast it out to them. I mean, how many of us would like to be blasted upon? No.
Right.
So, we're not going to do an email or a thing blast out there. We're going to connect. And that's what you've been doing. You're
Yep.
doing that, you're connecting, and then you're following up. So when they leave a comment, you're right there to say,
Yeah.
okay, we're with you, we're helping. And these are the practices that they're not really super simple, but they are simple, but they're not easy. That means it's got to take your time and effort to do that.
Right.
What other things are you doing in social media that you have found are working across the various channels that we're using?
Um, like I said, I mean, Twitter, we just post and we put hashtags and we'll have more following, but I feel like Twitter is just an extra platform for us. I mean, Facebook is great. The groups that we have over 38,000 members on our Facebook group. So a lot of people look for advice, and that's where we will send people to post anonymous questions so that they can receive the advice that they need, which I think is amazing. And even on Instagram, if people ask us to a question and we're like, that would be a great post for Facebook, we will post that anonymously for you so you get other people's opinions, not just Dr. Nacho's or not just mine. I mean, I'm not really a dentistry human, but um, yeah, I mean, it's just awesome to just let people know on Instagram, especially because that's what my main focus is. That's where I talk to the most people, and just tell them how much support they have and how many questions, and I'll try to gear or like whatever they say back to me of where they are in their dentistry journey, or say that they are a D4, and that I'll follow up with, oh, are you job searching? And I will send them over to Dentist Job Connect, and they would.
You see what's happening there? She is attuned and very attentive to what others are looking for, what they are saying. So it's not just a blast of their message to say, hi, we're wonderful, buy our stuff, but rather it's, oh, really? Is that something you're going? Oh, tell me more about what you're doing there. Let you get conversation and interaction going in there. And what Morgan is saying there is really, really good. I mean, this is like going to a very expensive social media class, and you get it right here on Dental
Love
Nachos.
to help you out there. Or if they're saying, oh, I need more CE, somebody DM'd today and said, oh, I would take all the CE I can get. I'll definitely look into this. And I sent back, hey, all the CE, there's a bunch on Nacho Flex. Why don't you check that out? So I sent them over a little video explaining what Nacho Flex was. So
I like it.
it's
Yeah,
just
I like
great.
that a lot.
Yeah.
You're the
Hmm.
helper. You're helping others to meet the needs they have. If they're D4, hey, they need a little bit extra help on this. Or someone say, I need some extra CE. And you
Yeah.
say, we've got Dental Nacho, our Nacho Flicks, and they give you an ability to kind of be like a Netflix, only it's the Nacho Flicks. And so we're able
Exactly.
to use that. That is
Yeah.
really, really helpful. What would you recommend to a dentisting human that's watching this right now, saying, hey, we want to do some more in our office. We want to reach out. We want to get some more patients. We'd like to increase the caseload, and we want to use social media for all those kinds of things. What have you found works best, and what would you recommend to them?
I would say just connect and reach out to people. I mean, I connect so much on LinkedIn with other people, even if I don't, just like mutual connections, but it doesn't hurt to just explore and look to see what's out there, connect with other people, be personable, be friendly. Um, Especially like with dental students, know that other people are in the same boat as you. We get so many DMs from people that are like, I feel so lost, or this is like, I'm very frustrated with something. And it's always like, you're not, I mean, other people are saying the exact same thing. Like, we can help you. I mean, it's just really good to, what Dr. Nacho says, just be kind um, through everything. I
Yes.
mean,
Just
just,
be kind.
and join the Facebook groups. I mean, just put yourself out there. And I just think that's what I see other people doing. They find our pages and they're like, I wish I had this. I wish I knew about this earlier. So just to really have an open mind and connect.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the key. Have an open mind and connect. That's tweetable, by the way. Very important there. We can put that all together and do it. Well, Maury, you are just a wealth of information, and we greatly appreciate what you're doing with us here at Dental Nachos, we in the Dental Nacho community, and the way that they're monitoring it, caring, helping people, giving some real solid support as people say, hey, what about this? Or what do you know about that? And you can say, oh, we've got a video on that. Here's a link. Enjoy. And they can see those
Exactly.
kind of things very quickly. Well, if someone says, hey, I want to get to know more about that, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you if they wanted to reach you here at Dental Nachos?
They could reach me through the Dental Nachos Instagram. It's just at Dental Nachos, or my email is Morgan Rake, Rake, at dentalnachos.com. But yeah, I mean, I'm always on the Instagram, so follow us
Very,
and
yeah,
shoot
well,
us a
that is
DM.
Well, and Instagram is a really good tool, and it's one that I'm getting into more and more. I haven't used it as much. Been on there's so many platforms, so many tools out there. You can't know everything about everything, but I'm finding Instagram really a good tool to use. Well, Morgan, thank you very much for being with us today. We appreciate those jewels. I mean, just real great jewels of what you're doing it in the right way with the right approach and helping and caring for people. We appreciate what you're doing here at Dental Nachos.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here. And for those of you watching this, I want you to think about what Morgan said. This is a video you want to go back and watch again. Because sometimes when you get those really good videos, there's a lot of information. You go, yeah, okay, I'll remember that. And guess what happens? Yeah, we won't. But what you can do is go back over it again. And we don't charge you any extra to watch it again, okay? But you just go back, watch the thing, and you'll get all kinds of good things. Thank you very much for being with us today here on Dental Nachos for another episode of Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have yourself one wonderful day. All right, and now you got me back live. Wasn't that great? I tell you, Morgan brought up some really good points that can help you in the work you're doing on social media. It's not about sending out a message to everybody, just blasting it. You want to really care for people. Listen to what they're saying, what they're talking about. My buddy Chris Brogan talks about we must grow bigger ears. Listen more. And that's what we want to do. And then also interact with people in a real way, as Morgan was saying. So these are really important. And by the way, we appreciate the comments that come in on this right here. We got a comment from Facebook user here, Brunel Klopp, our Dental Nachos team staff here, Eric Zimmerman, Brandon Hill, and Christian Sanchez. Check this out. Well, I think they will be. And I think that'll be a real good thing. And by the way, if you do have some questions that you want to ask or you want to come on, I'd love to hear from you. Matter of fact, here's something you might want to do. I'll bring this back up here. Go over to https://chat.restream.io/FB. Then you come on as more than just Facebook user. You come on as the person you're there. That is, of course, if you want them to know about who you are and to see all of that, to see what's available. But it's an option that can be real good. And we got another comment here coming in. We're so lucky to have the awesome Morgan Rake on our team. Absolutely. This must be a Dental Nachos team member. I think so. I think having her on board and the whole team really pulls together different areas of expertise. That's why in this series, one of the things I like doing is looking at different team members. So you get a chance to know them as human beings, their expertise, and the people that are on. We're just really glad to hear that. And by the way, if you're watching this on recording, we know most of the people are going to catch this recording because, hey, you're busy. You got stuff to do. There's dentisting humans that are dentisting right now. And we're thankful for them getting the work and for their patients who are getting their oral care taken care of, relieving pain, making their smiles better, and all those kind of wonderful things that dentists do. But if you want to watch this on recording, we'll monitor this carefully for like the next 24 to 48 hours usually. And you can go ahead and leave a comment, and we'll get back with you as fast as we can on that. So if you have a question about, well, what about this, Terry? I need to know how to do that kind of thing. We're here to help you and want to make sure that we do that. And another thing also, if you say, hey, I want to find out about X or I want to know about Y, that's something that's really important and related to technology specifically, let us know. We'll see if we can blend it into a future program or maybe even have a whole Talking Tech Tips with Terry Tuesday at 2 based on that. If it's something that's really of importance to you as a viewer here and as a member of the Dental Nachos team or the Dental Nachos nation that we have here. So I will look forward to hearing from you on those things, the kinds of ways that we can help. And by the way, another way that we can help, Dr. Nachos wanted me to make this available to you. We've got a way for you to get help when you need on technology, 20 with Terry. And you'll see we got our nice QR code there. You can get your phone. I know you got your phone with you right now. So just pull that out and get a shot of that. And then you can apply to have 20 minutes free, no charge, of consulting. You take 10 minutes, talk about what you're dealing with, any kind of issues that you're running into, problems that might be there, and I will give you my ideas, some opinions, if there's a way I can help. And we'll see if we can help you out on that. And then if it's appropriate, we've got some other options of coaching and consulting that we can make available to you if that would be right for you. But either way, we get a chance to know each other and you get a chance to get some problems solved that might be pressing you. So a lot of good stuff going on. And in closing thoughts, here I'll move out of the way. Notice I have to move out of the way of my little graphic that comes in there. By the way, I love these graphics that come in. The way they work around like this, I can move this around, make it a little bit larger, and I can move my little guy around here or move him here, make him a little bit larger if I want, all those kind of things. Again, that's one nice feature of using Ecamm. Ecamm is the tool for that, and it is one I highly, highly recommend. Look into Ecamm. Well, we've seen a lot. Social media can give you a lot of capability. Look into those tools of Sendable. Here, I'll move my finger over here. Sendable. Also, you're using Instagram, but think about some of the ways that we learned about it and ideas and what can be there, and also what we can do with Handbrake or other tools that are there as well. And it looks like we got another comment here. Great. Thank you, Terry Brock and Morgan Ray. Well, thank you. We appreciate it and glad to be here today. This has been fun. You know, I got to tell you, I look forward to every Tuesday getting a chance to be with you, our listeners who are here that are paying attention, taking your time to watch what we've got to say and listen to us. So I appreciate you and look forward to seeing you again sometime in the future. We'll be back next week. You know when it is. Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2, and I'll look forward to seeing you then.